Good morning class, Sangeeta teacher here. Today we are going to begin with chapter number 9, that is decimal fractions. Now what are decimal fractions, children? You all have learned fractions earlier, right? Now we are going to learn something more about fractions, that is decimal fractions. Decimal means actually a point written between the numbers. Now to begin with, we'll see lesson number 9, decimal fractions. Now decimal fractions. Now children, tell me, are all the fractions a decimal fraction? No, they are not a decimal fraction because they are not exactly divisible. Exactly divisible means there is remainder in them. So we want the number to be exactly divisible. How we found out factors, no? In the same way. Now a fraction whose denominator is 10 or any other times multiples of 10 is called a decimal fraction. Any other times multiples of 10 means multiples of 10, like table of 10. You get the answer 10, 20? No. 2 will not be there, 0 is there, but multiples of 10 means 10, 100, 1000, 10,000, lakh, like that. Zeros along with 1, no other digit is required there. It is wrong. If any other digit is there, 2, 4, 6, anything else, it is not a decimal fraction. Now for example, 7 upon 10, yes, it is a decimal fraction. 7 upon 10, 15 upon 10, 44 upon 100, 82 upon 100, 625 upon 1000 or 888 upon 1000. Right children? Now where 1 along with 1 0, 2 zeros or 3 zeros or many more zeros is a decimal fraction. Right? Now another example, 8 upon 10, yes, because 1 along with 0 is there. Now 8 upon 50, no, it is not a decimal fraction. 50 upon 100, yes. Then moving further, 50 upon 150, no. 212 upon 1500, no. The denominator should be always in 1 and number of zeros. It can be 1, 2, 3 or 4 zeros, but the number along with it should be only and only 1. Decimal fractions are written using a decimal point, that is point. This is point. Okay, when we write a number, supposing this is 22.45. So you can tell the number is written in a decimal number. Now this is not a fraction, but a decimal point is used. Right children? A fraction, you know, a fraction has numerator and denominator. Correct. Now in this method, we make new places to the right side of the unit place to write a fraction. Right side of a unit's place means what? Now you know how you write a number, like this is, for example, this is 768. Now this is what? 3-digit number. Units, tens, 100. You all know this, you all have been learning this from years. So this is what? Units, this is tens, and this is 100, right? So where is the number increasing? To the left hand side of the unit. Where? To the left hand side. This is the left hand side. Now in a decimal fraction, we will write numbers to the right hand side, this side. Understood? This side. Now while writing that, we will put a decimal point here and then we will write the numbers. For example, 1, 2, 3. Now how do we place? What is the place value of these numbers 1, 2 and 3? Now here this is unit. So this decimal point is unit. Where is the decimal point? In units place. Understood, children? Now here this is unit. So when we write the numbers on the right hand side of a number, it becomes unit. This is decimal point in units place. This is 1 in the tens place. So tens, if we write again tens, this is like lesser than this, 10 times lesser than this number. So this becomes tenth, T-E-N-T-H, tenth, right? This is tens. The second place, I am not having space, I am showing you down. It is hundredth, H-U-N-D-R-E-D is 100, no? So you have to add T-H to it, hundredth. Okay, in the same way this becomes thousands, right? So this is thousand, this is tens, hundreds and thousands. Understood, children? The number increasing towards the right hand side is because of the decimal point. Moving further, now if one unit is divided into 10 equal parts, each part becomes 1 upon 10. Each part means one unit is divided into 10 parts, divided by 10. So each part will be written as 1 upon 10. For this, a place is made to the right hand side of the units place. This is what I explained just now. To the right hand side of the units place. I mean 1 upon 10 means 1/10. Tenth, TH is added to it. 1/10. This place is called the tenths place or the first decimal place. The first decimal place or the tens place. Now in units the last digit is unit, no? But decimal point is in the units place. So the next number will be tenths, the next place will be tenths. So that is read as tenths, and 100 is hundredth. The decimal point is the unit. What is the decimal point? It is the unit. Now the decimal place is created for writing a fraction. For what is a decimal place made? Why it is created? Why are we using it? We are using it to write a fraction. Understood, children? The point, the decimal, this point is the symbol for decimal point. Now don't get confused. What is decimal point? A point. A point written between the numbers is the decimal point. Now for example, if this is a fraction, you all know 1 upon 10 is a fraction. 1 is numerator, 10 is denominator. Now this as a fraction, now this fraction, this is a simple fraction. To write it in decimal form, we will write it as 0.1. Now why it is written like this? Because 10 has 1 0. 10 has 1 0. Now this is decimal point is there. Now 10, it is the tenths place. The next place after decimal is tenth. So we will write here 1. Now since here we are not having any number, any whole number is not there besides this fraction. So we can't leave it like this. We have to write a 0 there. So we will write 0.1. That is why it is written 0.1. Now how it is read? It is read as 0.1. So in the same way it is written also 0 point, spelling of point, 0.1. Understood, children? This is how we read it, 0.1. So we have to write it also, spelling of 0, spelling of point and spelling of 1. In the same method as we write as first alphabet capital, right? So coming to the next example, now this is a mixed fraction. This is 7 full or 7 whole. 7 full 8 upon 10. How do we read it? 7 full 8 upon 10 is written as, now this number, this is what? Unit. What is this? unit. So it will come in units place. After unit we have to put decimal unit. So that is here. And after that this is 8. This is 8. So we will write here 8. 7.8. Understood children? 7.8. So how do we read it? 7.8. Right children? Now this is 8 upon 10. Same example, I'll change it. I'll make it 18 upon 100. I'll make it 18 upon 100, or I'll keep it as 8 upon 100 only. I'll cut this. Now what is the fraction? 8 upon 100. Now here you saw two examples of 10. Now we will see the third example of 100. Now how is this written? Now since we change this, this also will change. Right children? Now we don't have anything in the units place. So when we don't have anything, that means 0. We will write here 0. Now we have to change this into decimal. Now this will come in the point will come units place. Now here we are having 2 zeros. Now this 8 will shift to the place of 100. Why? Because we are having here 2 zeros. So units, tens place nothing is there. Units place decimal point is there. Tens place 0 and hundreds place 8. 2 zeros in the denominator, 2 digits here, 2 digits here, 2 digits here. Right children? So this number will go towards the end, the last number. Understood? Here we got 2 zeros, here also we got 2 digits. Tens place we wrote 0 and this 8 came to the hundreds place. Right children? I hope you all have understood. Do you want one more example? Okay, we'll see. Now let's see 1 full 4 upon 10. Now this is what? Again a mixed fraction. 1 full 4 upon 10. It is written as now this is 1. Where is 1? In units place. Now if I change it to 61. 61 full 4 upon 10. So I will write here 61. 61 is 61 only, na? 61 point, decimal point. Now what? 4 upon 10. 4 upon 10. This is decimal point is there. This is 10. So 1 0. So after decimal point only one digit will come. Understood children? This is 1 0 here. The denominator has 1 0. So after the decimal point we will have one digit only. Got it children? This is unit. This is tens. This is unit. This is tens. Now this is decimal point is units place and this is tens place. Hope you have understood this. Till the time, stay home, stay safe. We will continue in the next lecture. Thank you.